Hi, this is Maria Lloyd with the Your Black World Network, and this evening I am on the phone with a mother and son hip-hop duo. The son's name is Sammyville, and the mother's name is Donna C. And I have them on the phone this evening, and we're going to talk about their video, Better Days. We're going to talk about them as a duo, what they're hoping to achieve, and et cetera, et cetera. So first off, I want to say hello to you guys. Hi, you guys.
Hello.
How you doing?
How are you guys doing?
Thank you.
Great.
Good.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, no, thank you guys for being on the Your Black World Network. We're excited to have you. So I want to ask you, if you could just kind of let our readers know who you are, what you're doing and the purpose of, obviously I don't think anyone has ever heard of a mother and son rap duo, so if you could just kind of give us an idea of what you guys are doing and, how did this even come about?
Go ahead, Mama.
Okay, Sammy, you want to answer that?
No, go ahead.
You tell me to answer? Oh, you want me to go ahead? Okay. Well, first of all, it was my son's idea. He, as a matter of fact, he tells me, he says, Mom, I don't do anything unless I see it. And he has, and that goes with the calling that's on his life, the prophet. So people may not understand that if they're not spiritual, but that is. And so he says, I don't do anything unless I see it. He may not be active right now in the calling, not going around preaching or anything, but it's there. And so when he told me that, I believed that. And I told him that I would go with that. And so we've been putting this project together, and it's come out quite well. He's leading the entire thing. We both have labels. His label is Kryptonite, and I'm on Fieldhouse Records, a Christian, holy hip-hop label, or just a Christian label, so to speak. And I've been doing rap for about close to 20 years. I was
wow.
Out when, yeah. So I've been doing it. I was married to a DJ, and then my son grew up in that household where he saw the 808 kick drum going on, and and he saw me rapping, and so a lot of the things that we went through in our life is in the music. The music, when people listen to the music, they'll hear our stories through the music, and then just some things that people can relate to. But all in all, we've had a very trying life and a humbling life, to let people know that just because you go through life and you have ups and downs, don't mean to stop trying. You just keep pressing forward. Another thing is, this is the beginning of something that's, it's more or less, it's not just a song or just an album that we're trying to put out. I believe this is a movement. I had one really touching thing happen. We did a music conference in Dallas this past summer, and we were showcased. Our talent was showcased in this conference. And after we performed, this young man walked up to us, and he said, "May I take a picture with you and your son?" And I told him yes, and I was just moved by that because he told me that his mom had passed and that he was encouraged by seeing me and my son rap together. And then another young lady walked up to me and said, she said that I have 2 boys. They would love this. So right then, my whole countenance about this whole project, it was no longer just it changed it for me. My son could always see it, but it changed it for me, as the way, I never saw people taking it that way. So it's a whole, that's why I said it's a movement more than just an album. Sam, you want to add to that?
I don't know. We got no time left.
No, you have plenty of time. No, you're good.
Well, no. Well, yeah, just to add on what she said, the album is kind of like Mother Like Son, and I guess you can take that literally, because that's exactly what it is. It's like I'm like my mom, and vice versa or whatnot. So what it showcases it throughout the whole project. And the project, my goal for it is to reach places that and and to do things that other rappers and artists, you know, can't do or they can't go. Like she said, she's a pastor, and she does holy hip hop. I'm not. I don't do holy hip hop, but this album is free of profanity and vulgar, you know, words and stuff like that. So anybody can listen to it, from a 1-year-old to your grandma, you know, and they can all get a message from it. So with that, we can take it anywhere. We can go into a church and not have a biased view, because I got this thing about churches right now, but that's a whole different interview. But we can go into churches and not be biased and give a positive message and be doing something positive and people get something from it. We can go into schools and not be forcing something on people, on the kids, but they can get music that they can hear on the radio possibly and have a good time and still be getting a positive message from it. It's all showing that you can do whatever you want to do if you want to do it. Me, my whole life is built off of who I am. I don't think that I don't ever think I've been the best at anything. I've just been good at a lot of things. And with that, it's because of who I've become. Like, I never smoked or drank in my life, and I'm proud of that. I want to show kids that you don't have to do what is so-called cool to be cool. Like, I want to redefine it, you know, and show them that, hey, you are cool because you know, just be the best you that you can be. So I think that project will help do that. Like she said, it's a movement. It's a massive movement because, like you said, it was never done. It has never been done, and it won't be done as effectively as we'll do it. I'm real humbled in the whole situation because, you know, people don't have to take to it. They have so much music out there, so many different outlets. They don't even have to pay attention to it, and people, they sort of gravitated towards it and actually embraced it, you know, and I really appreciate that. I always see that. I could see it in the beginning because, like she said, like I told her, it was a vision from God. Anything I've ever done, I tried to do myself, and I forced. It didn't work out how it was supposed to work out. So now what I do with anything that I do, I have to get the vision, and I know it's a real vision when I can see the end in the beginning, and that's what I see. I know how this will end up. It's just gonna be a long journey, you know, getting there. So I'm excited about the whole thing, and it's a positive everything. You know, I'm just positive about it. So that's what it is.
Okay, so let me ask you too something. I did check out the video Better Days. And I see that both of you in the song, both of you had a very distinct story. Sammy, yours was basically racial profiling. That's what I got from the lyrics and what I was watching. And from yours, Donna C., I got rape. I think the gentleman was trying to rape you. And so I really liked how you guys put the stories together, because even though they are completely different stories and they're on the same song, on the same track, I just liked how it was so cohesive. It didn't seem choppy. It didn't seem a little out of place. Everything kind of flowed perfectly. So I want to ask you, do you think labels want to, and I know each of you have your own label, but, you know, let's say if Universal was to approach you, or if you had an opportunity to shop your content to a major label, is that something that you would even consider, or do you even think labels are looking for this content when they think about hip-hop? Because when you look at what's out there now, you look at Chief Keef, for instance, and I don't have anything against Chief Keef personally. I think he's a product of the environment, because I live in Chicago, so I think he's a product of this environment. I don't have anything against him. If anything, it's more or less shame on those of us who are, you know, older than him and know better, because we have not touched the kid who has been scorned. So I want to ask you guys, where do you think the labels stand with your content? Is positive? I know, Sammy, you said yours is not necessarily Christian rap like Donna C's is, but, you know, still it's positive. And it's very difficult, or at least the labels tell us, it's very difficult to package positive hip-hop music. So what do you guys think about that? Do you think you will get approached by big labels, and do you think labels are looking for positive hip-hop music?
Mama, let me chime in first.
You want me to address it? Okay.
No, Mama. I said,
you said you would go first. Okay, go ahead.
No, I have a thing about labels and the way they, approach certain situations. But what I do know from doing research is they go with what's unique. I believe that they would, if given the opportunity, they would come at us because it's a unique situation. And it works on our levels. It's not lacking anywhere. You have to be marketable if you want to be, with the label. You have to have the content. You have to have the fans. You have to be able to sell, and we can do that. I set it up that way to where that happens. My thing is, it doesn't matter if they come at us or not. I don't think that they would. If they did, I don't think I'd be interested in a deal per se. Only kind of deal I'd be interested in is a distribution deal, so we can get the music out, further than our arm reach, all across the nation, all across the world. I would sign that because that's what our goal is, to get it out to everybody. And I know they can help, because they have that power. But other than that, I don't think I'd be interested in a deal. I'm not really a big fan of rap music anyway. I don't listen to rap music like that. I don't like a lot of rappers. Not saying that, that's what I'm saying. I don't like a lot of rappers because of what they about and who they are, who they portray themselves to be versus who they really are. And people can see both sides, and people not blind, people are idolizing them, and they know this, and they're not taking the responsibility to do what they're supposed to do. So I don't want to be a part of that whole legion of, craziness. I'd rather do what we're doing and make our little circle blow up to a big circle to where people are going with what we're doing. And if I have to go out and sell 1 million CDs by myself, then that's what I do. But I'm not going to sell out to sell out, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Donna C., did you want to chime in on that?
Yes, I would like to. I think that we would, it would be great, just like he said, for a label to come forward with a distribution deal and doing like radio and that sort of thing where people can, more openly hear the music, hear it on a more consistent basis. I guess they could always go on CD Baby or iTunes or something like that and download or whatever. But those situations are always good. But I believe that in the route that we're taking and the way that we're moving, we're going to be looking at more endorsements than anything, because the way I see this thing going and the way I was approached after that music conference is like people are taking this in a whole different light, and it's encouraging people to, keep living and that sort of thing. I myself, I'm a faith-based counselor. I'm a professional counselor, and I counsel people all the time. I teach cognitive intervention as well, which is teaching people how to think. My thing is, even with this step that we're taking, and like say for instance the endorsements and that sort of type of thing, the hero era. There hasn't been a lot of heroes that have been out there to really bring positive back into, families and that sort of thing. And so what we're doing is we are a family. This is my son. And so what we'll do is teach people how to, that family. I want women to be proud of their children. I want, like we had that incident with that young lady because she wanted to marry another man that didn't want her kids, she killed them. Well, if we can make people proud and happy to be who they are and for what they have, as opposed to looking at it any other kind of way, to where we can bring in a situation where we're heroes instead of just somebody they heard on the radio. It's just a song. It's more than that. So, like I said, I believe it's more of an endorsement thing that people would want to come and support it as and be partners with this movement that we're making, because we're going out, and I didn't mention cognitive for just no reason. Cognitive intervention is helping to change people's thinking. And right now in society, we need to develop a strong mental attitude because of the deception that's in the land. I mean, and I'm not going to go far into that, but there's a lot of things where people have to learn how to think. A lot of times, a lot of kids have the computers now, the technology that is doing a lot of thinking for them, but we want to help them think for themselves. And the kind of cognitive that I want to do along with our music, the music will make a way for us to get into these schools and different things to do the intervention so that I can teach and we can talk to kids and help them see things more positive. And to teach them how to actually change their thinking, teach them how to take their thoughts higher, and to change their perception, because how you what you believe determines what you do.
Absolutely.
So, that sort of thing.
Okay, so let me ask you, too, if someone is interested, or actually not if someone, but if our readers and listeners are interested in following what you all are doing, how can they keep abreast of what you got going on? Do you have any social media? I mean, I know obviously you have a YouTube, but Facebook or, website, anything?
We have Facebook. It's Facebook with the / Sammy and Donna. And then we have LikeMotherLikeSon.net, because the person that owns .com didn't want to sell it to me, and they're not even doing nothing with it. But okay. We have that.
Okay.
Nah, I get aggravated at that stuff. It's just evil. But anyway, we have the YouTube page, the Kryptonite HQ, where we'll be uploading a lot of things coming here in the near future. That's it. YouTube. We have Facebook, Twitter. We have Twitter. Mine is at Super Sammy, and hers is at MC Donna C, I believe. Don't quote me on that though. It's on my Facebook page. It's on that video too, where you can find the actual link. But we have a few outlets. Yeah, and then you can contact us directly through email or by phone. If they really want to get with us, we're not hard to find. We're not gonna turn it to these stars that you can't touch. We want to be with the people that's the ones that's gonna get us there. So I believe that, and that's what I go by.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you both for joining us again. This has been very enlightening, and I definitely wish the best for the both of you. I'm always all of us actually at Your Black World, we're pro-positive, especially when it comes to our people. So I want to thank you two for being audacious enough to pursue this project, and I wish you all the best. If there's anything that we can do to assist you, please don't hesitate to let us know. And to our readers, we want to thank you for your continued support. Everybody stay strong, be blessed, and be informed. Peace.